Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So we're going to quickly go through a couple of things here. Welcome to all the new members. Super excited to have all of you here and put a welcome in the chat for all of our new members. Definitely been a fantastic, especially past 30 days. A month of March was a phenomenal. I mean, I know it's almost ending tomorrow, well, midnight. Month of March has been a incredible month, and one of the things that we always talk about, is the 90-day game plan. And we came into the new year with an expectation. We came into the new year with a level of abundance, with a level of, well, expectations really the word, right? For what was going to happen. And we put ourselves, saying we're going to do this 90-day game plan, and it has been incredible. Everything that we've asked God for, everything that we have done in terms of goal setting, we've been able to accomplish some great things. It's been a phenomenal, phenomenal year so far. We started out the year with some events, and then we moved on to, of course, building various different countries. We opened up Netherlands, we opened up Luxembourg, we opened up several nations across the world. We opened up Kenya, we opened up Uganda, several nations across the world we've opened up, and it is just getting started. Literally, we're just getting this thing started. So I'm excited. This next 90-day run is going to be incredible. The month of March was really the end of that first 90-day run, and we saw how much momentum, how much new members have been coming in the droves. So really, really, really excited for the month of April. It's going to be an incredible month. We're going to call it Amazing April, and it is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Do not forget, me and the two incredible speakers with me on this call will be talking about this event April 18th. But before we talk about that, I want to bring up my two co-pilots for today's call. Two gentlemen that I am so grateful to have in my life. Two gentlemen that I've known for pretty much 10 years, pretty much a decade of friendship. So fellas, you can come to I'm going to spotlight you guys. Before you say anything, the edification has to be on point. So Mr. Smith, Mr. Granville, yes, Mr. Smith can put in his camera. I bring him to the spotlight as well. But super excited for this call specifically. I know a lot of you saw a new face on the flyer, and you're like, "Who's this? I mean, what's going on? What's going on?" And super excited. I want to definitely welcome up Mr. Smith. You guys know I love sports, right? So we talk about the LA Lakers. We talk about Mr. Shaquille O'Neal over here, a little bit lighter than the Shaquille O'Neal, little light skin version. And obviously, I'm the Kobe Bryant. I will take it. I will take it. You know what I mean? I'm not 6'5" like he was, but definitely in spirit, definitely. So we have Mr. Smith. What's going on, bro? Can you hear us?
Can hear you loud and clear, man. What's going on?
So, Mr. Smith, we've got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guest on the call, and I will say a couple of words. I want you to say a couple of words because I know that you know him as well. But Mr. Granville is someone that I truly, truly have always. I mean, I met this guy probably 9 years ago, 10 years ago. The level of respect, the level of value he's given me over the years. You remember the vibrato strategy and just back in the day from our first company, which was called I Am Academy. That company was where I met my wife. That's where I met our first mentor, who's in America, and we met several other coaches. And that company really changed my life. And it's crazy how through that one company, um, we've met so many individuals. I met Jermaine in that company, Mr. Granville, several other leaders on this call we met in that company, and it was a transformational company. It was a company that transcended, the industry, and we had like Mayweather and all different celebrities grace our stage at some point, whether it was virtually or in person. And Mr. Granville, someone that I truly respect, and when I gave him that phone call and said, "Hey, let's see how we can collaborate," it was an honor for him to say yes, let's make it happen. He's someone that we've been watching each other's journeys, and he's a family man like us, and there's so many things that's made sense. And he's not to mention a phenomenal trader and someone that I've always had massive respect for. So, Mr. Smith, any words you want to share for our brother?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, of course. This is this is the original hair. This
The
is the
original.
this is the top tier hair that we got on this call. Listen, I'm gonna share a little story with you before we get this call started. I don't know, Balé might not remember. You might remember. So I remember he used to do his training calls, just like you, Derek. You know, I've known Balé in person, not in person, and in person for coming close to a decade now from the old IM days. And I remember this guy I used to go on and watch. I didn't really know him then, but his strategy was so simple. And it was TP. It was TP. It was TP. TP. It wasn't like the other strategies where there was a lot of hype, there was a lot of indicators, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of noise. So I kind of I had this sort of gravitas, this gravity towards him and learned his strategy. So where my simplicity comes from when it comes to trading is actually from Ballet. Something that he may not remember. We done a call with him. It was me and another gentleman that was in IM. We done a call, and I will tell you this now, man. Out of all the calls that I done back then, that was hands down the best call. And I think, if I can remember correctly, he actually called a trade on that call as well. I'll have the recording somewhere. I'll send it to you, buddy. Don't worry. I have the recording somewhere. But these are the things that the reason why we want to celebrate you first before we even get this call going. These are the milestones that actually create what we have today. Do you know what I mean? These are the teachings that we took on board that allowed us to be, great traders today. Have our certain strategies and all of these types of things. So we just want to say thank you, man.
Thank you, OG.
Wow,
He's one of the
awesome.
OGs. Riley's one of the OGs, and
100%.
you know what I mean. It's put some sevens in the chat for our brother, and thank you, bro.
Wow, wow. Well, thank you guys so much. I mean, are you hearing me clearly at all? Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Right, nice. Well, you guys have just met Shaquille O'Neal. You guys have just met Kobe, and now you're going to meet Michael Jordan.
Yes.
So let's go.
100%.
That's a good one. I'll take
Well,
that one.
it is a pleasure to be on the call. I'm so grateful. Right, we're going to take things to a whole new level. I remember you guys talking about, back in the day when we were trading. And I tell you, back in the day, I was still learning, still growing. And the strategy was simple and straightforward enough, but there was quite a lot to learn. And between then and now, I've learned so much more that if you think, oh, sorry, I think that's my alarm going off. Let me just switch that off for a minute. If you think what we had then was good, wait until you see what we have now, right? It is just going to be a different level altogether. We're going to take this thing from zero to out of the stratosphere. And I've been rocking and doing certain things. I've been building certain things in the background, and we've been testing, we've been chopping, and we've pretty much perfected it, right? It's to a point where we're pretty comfortable with what is happening. And then not only that, but the results, the testimonials speak for themselves. People who have been trying like for 5 years to pass a funded account, and I get them trained up, plugged in. Within 3 days, they've passed their funded account. A grandmother who didn't really have a strategy to go by. She started in January. By the end of January, she said, I'm trying to remember the figure. I think it was about 150 or something like that dollars. By the end of February, it was over 700 and something dollars her account. Some people who, I tell you what, they almost gave up on trading, right? Because it was just what I recognize is that people just didn't have a strategy that they believed in, right? They were just wanting to buy or wanting to sell because the market is going up or the market is going down. But trading doesn't work like that. And there's a very fine line between gambling and trading, right? And the fine line is when you're gambling, you're on the chats and you're feeling nervous. You're feeling nervous, man. You're trying to get in quick. And when you're trading, you have actually no emotion or any fear at all because you are already comfortable in a strategy that you already believe in. You know that once you apply it, it works. And you don't have to have any fear because if you lose a trade now, you know the next one you're gonna get it back. Or if not the next one, the one after that, right? If your strategy has a good risk to reward and all that. So we don't even have to be fearful when you come into the market. We have to eliminate all fear, right? Fear and greed, right? Because one of the other things is that when your strategy is going good, then you might be too overhyped, right? And decide, you know what, I'm going to a little bit more on this one, a little bit more on that one, and then that is the one that's gonna lose and wipe out your gains, right? So we got to be disciplined. We've got to be, eliminate fear, eliminate greed, and just stick to the plan. And yeah, we're gonna help you guys to get to that level, right? It's gonna be fantastic. I hope you guys caught that Bitcoin little sample that I gave you all today in the group. It's a nice little Bitcoin sample, a little bit of an appetizer.
Sashimi, a little,
Uh-huh.
a little
I really hope you caught it.
Absolutely. Did you guys catch it? I'm not sure because I hope you're not sleeping in that group chat now. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna touch on a couple of things, and we're gonna go through some of the Bitcoin stuff you wanted to share. I'm also
Yep.
gonna just share a couple of things in regards to the platform. I know we've got a lot of newbies here, especially that registered with us recently. So we're gonna go through a couple of beginner steps, and then I'll hand it over to Mr. Granville, and then Granville will hand it over to Mr. Smith, and then we'll close out. But put a 7 in the chat if you're excited. And before we continue, we're going to talk about this event, April 18th. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Mr. Granville, I know you've seen the venue. Mr. Smith, I know you've been to the venue with me once or twice. Can you guys just explain, not just the venue is like walking into Buckingham Palace, number one, but number two, just the value that's going to be provided. We're going to have a traders panel. We're going to have an AI section. Can you guys, maybe they're tired of my voice. You guys just tell them real quickly about why this event why they need to be here at this event, April 18th.
There you go. So look, guys, I will tell you this now. My greatest, I'm going to talk from my experience, and I hope this will transcend onto you guys on the call. My experience of an in-person event is so much more powerful than, let's say, a Zoom call. Now, I'm not saying that we're not downplaying the Zoom calls, but there's something about an in-person event that allows you to not only realize that you're trading with real life people that you can touch, feel, you can see the results, you can hear their experiences. You can also, ask them questions about what it is that they've done and what did they have to go through to get to where they've got to. All of that in person, to me, makes it 100% more concrete. So guys, missing events is definitely something that you don't want to do. I will tell you this now. If you really want to take your journey very, very serious, bring somebody to the event with you as well, okay? Because you need to sometimes form that group ally, that alliance with someone that has the same sort of mindset and same sort of vision that you have, so that when you're both there together or when you're there as a group, you come together with the same sort of vision. It's way more powerful than you just coming by yourself. So definitely I would say to you, look, don't miss the event, okay? I personally don't miss events. And the only way I miss events is if I'm not in the country. Okay, so I don't miss events. So I really encourage you to not miss events as well. So let's just get someone on mute there, Derek, if you can see who it is.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. And something that's new that we're adding to this to the event, which is going to add a lot more value, which is the panel. Okay, where you get to ask us guys questions about what it is that we
Oh, so I think it was muted. So you were muted, Jay. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, so you can ask us, about our ups and downs in terms of what we've gone through our trading experience. And that will ultimately help you because it will allow you to identify the things that you potentially are going to go through during the trading experience as well. So definitely, I look forward to seeing you at the event if I'm in the country. If I'm not in the country, then that's the only reason why I miss the event. So look, I'm going to hand it over to Coach BG and let him kind of go through it as well.
There you go.
Please mute.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of sneak peek. At the event, I'm going to be showing and teaching you two strategies that you could implement in your trading right after the event. In fact, probably on that very day, because you could do it on Bitcoin and on
You're
crypto.
gonna be calling out live trades, I heard.
Hey, no stress, no stress whatsoever. But one of the things of this event is that people, we're gonna have a little bit of food. So
No, no, tell
I
him
wasn't
it's gonna be
supposed to
food.
say that. I wasn't
No,
supposed
I
to.
wanted you. I wanted you to say it. I was just joking. I want them to know because these guys. Oh, is there
Could
gonna
you
be food?
imagine? How many times have you showed up to event and they didn't even give you some water, man? You're thirsty, you're hungry, you're trying to figure out when is this event going to finish? Not this one. I'm telling you, we got to make sure we have some nice eats and make sure that you're comfortable and well, give you as much value as you possibly can. Make sure you come with your questions as well. And one of the things that we want to really eliminate is any sort of false prerequisites that you may have had about what trading is, right? We want to clarify that for you, right? I don't know. Somebody might have said, hey, you could just start trading and you could come in and just make loads of money. But it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. One of the things, and that's key to trading, is just having some sort of starting capital. And the more capital you have is actually a better thing for you when it comes to trading. The less, then that means you just need to be a bit more precise, and precision doesn't come when you now start, right? It doesn't come when you now start at all. It just takes a little time to grow. But hey, when you educate yourself, there's nobody could take that away from you. And it is a journey, right? Beautiful thing is that you've got the trades to copy. So you could copy, plug in, practice your risk management, practice taking those trades that will come into the from the Telegram group. And then when you start getting a bit more comfortable, then we start, applying your own strategy to your trading. So all in all, it's going to be a very, very exciting event. And you are actually going to go to a new level. I am going to talk about some things that you probably never even heard about before. So really, you want to be there. You
Can
want
someone
to be
put
there.
the ticket link in the chat, please? Sorry, I just thought about it just now. Sorry, Balé. Sorry to cut
No
you.
problems.
Can someone put the ticket link in the chat, please? Ticket link in the chat. That would be
Oh,
fun.
the ticket link?
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
can
I'm gonna try to find it here now.
because they're about to sell out. Like we've probably got like Jay. How much we got left? I mean, Jay's my bodyguard. You know the vibe. How many? I mean, I don't know. We've got a few left. They're gonna sell
Just
out
a
easily.
few, just a few.
So yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd just say that before I forget. So guys, if you're on this call and you haven't got your ticket already, I would say buy one, buy two for someone that you know, like right now. It's $9.99 a ticket. That covers your lunch. That covers the VIP experience. That covers the pictures with the guest speakers. That covers the entire experience. Um, I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful venue. This venue wasn't cheap to hire. It is literally the second tallest building in the whole of in the whole of the UK after the Shard. It is
Wow.
a prestigious venue. It's not some hotel. This is a way above a hotel. This is literally like a venue that you would walk into, and we've got the whole building to ourselves. So it is absolutely top tier. All right. So, guys, here is the link. I want to see those emails coming through. I want you guys to get your tickets because this event will be incredible. We're gonna have an AI section. Mr. Granville will be calling out trades. It's gonna food. I mean, we did that.
Well,
I mean,
let me say something, right? A lot of people like, give me a trade, give me a trade, give me a trade, right? But I am gonna say what we really need is give me some wisdom. That's what I want to that's what I want to impart to you guys, right? And this is a bit of a philosophy that we go by within our trading community. Let me find it. Let me find it for you, right? Okay, there we go. So, trading without a strategy is gambling. Trading with a strategy is preparation. Trading with a strategy and risk management is intention. Trading with a strategy, risk management, discipline is success, right? So we need to go from gambling to success. But that's not the bit that I wanted to share with you. But don't worry, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
So guys, the ticket link is in the chat. So go ahead and
Yep.
get the tickets. Bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your ex. I'm joking. Bring everybody. Bring your sister, bring your brother, bring your date, or take you out on a date, babes. Where are we going? We're going to make some money. That's a good first date. Jay, I'm not sure if they're ready for that conversation, but you ain't got to take them to Hakkasan, Novikov, Amazonico. You can do that another time. You know what I'm saying? But you can actually take them to this event for the first date, and they'll be very impressed with you. Trust me. They'll learn how to make money on the first date. Isn't that great? So get your tickets, guys. It's gonna be bring them all. Yes, thank you, Tabby. Bring them all. Bring everybody. Perfect.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll
Okay,
find it.
cool.
I'll
I'm
find
gonna
it.
quickly cover for those who are brand new. A quick get started. Like 2 minutes. Pass it over to Mr. Grandma. We're gonna end the call at 9, so we've got half an hour. But don't worry, we're gonna get this done and up to speed. So let me show you guys quickly. I know a lot of you are new to the platform and you're asking, what do we have here, right? So we're going to walk through very quickly. This platform is Pro Trader. So we're basically Wealth Makers. We're partnered with this platform, and we have several layers of value here for you to leverage. Now we have so many exciting things that we're introducing. We have the Pro Trader platform. A lot of you are familiar with Synergy, who I call the machine. We have Pulse. We have all those signals. We have Mr. Granville, who will be introducing to us some incredible extra ways to make money through AI, through software, through automation. We have Mr. Smith as well. He's cooking up some incredible things as well in the AI space for us to leverage. And so we have several different ways. And the goal of our community is to create a place of immense unlimited value. Okay, someone put the word unlimited in the chat. This is a place where there will be several layers of value. We're also going to be talking about the copy trading as well, because we have access to some high level copy traders who you will be able to copy and basically make hands-free money, okay, without having to, you can actually have a system where great traders can literally, you can plug in your account to them and they can trade for you on your behalf. There's going to be several different ways where you'll be able to make money with us. And this is one of the foundations that we have right now, with several different videos and tutorials to help you through your journey. Here we have different layers of videos, intro to trading, and various different layers for you to leverage. We have ebooks, we have the Synergy Mastery course, which is definitely a plus and a very important course for you to get access to. We also have the live sessions. So for example, with us, we have live sessions Tuesday, Sunday at 8 p.m. We also have Synergy, who goes live at 6 p.m. Me and Mr. Granville and Mr. Smith, we are focusing on really giving you guys immense value on a weekly basis. So that will be included in your mentorship package, okay? What is the copy trading profit split? That will be explained to you on WhatsApp. So I'll message you about that, okay? So yeah, this is pretty much the platform that we have. We have several different things that we're introducing. We have a trade journal here as well. And again, scanners, AI, automation, this is all going to be released to the community. You will be able to leverage all of that. So you will be able to truly see true success in trading. Okay, the whole goal is for us to get to the place where we have several arms where you'll be able to leverage. Some of you want to leverage automation. Some of you want to leverage, still want to copy and paste organically. Some of you want to focus on, you want to grow. You want to start an account with 25,000. You want to really grow that systematically every day. There's going to be ways for all of you to win and to make money. Okay, guys. So super excited. And of course, if you have any questions in regards to that after the call, you can message me and we can chop it up in regards to that. But Mr. Granville, over to you. I know you have some gems to share. I'm going to pass it over to you, sir.
Awesome. Are you able to share? Allow me to share my screen, please.
Yeah, you're a co-host, brother.
Yeah, I got it. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet, nice one. So let's kind of talk about that Bitcoin trade that I sent out earlier today, right? Beautiful in terms of entry, and you see the 3 take profit targets were hit. It did push up a little bit past TP2 and then came back down. And I did message and I said, I think it came back for you guys. But hey, yeah. Who caught this trade anyways? If you caught this trade, just drop a 5 in the chat. Did you catch it if you were in the group? And then if you didn't, then you know you need to start looking, because ever so often I might drop a little bonus there for you. You watched it. You were looking at gold. Okay, no problem. That's no issues whatsoever. Right. So, what allowed me, or what made me think that I should buy Bitcoin at this price and then look to take my take profits in this area or in this zone? Well, there are a few things. One is liquidity sweep, which you would learn about. Okay, so that's one thing that you have to get very familiar with in trading, right? We're just beneath these lows right here, right? We had what we call liquidity. Liquidity is just simply orders in the market, if you want to call it that, right? And the price came back down to collect these orders. People call it stop hunting, all of that. And then, right, price took off after it did all the stop hunting. Why does this happen? It actually happens because you can't, if you have something to sell to somebody, or if you want to buy something from somebody, you've got to have sellers to be able to buy from. And if you want to sell something to somebody, you have to be able to have buyers to buy what you're selling. Okay? Just unfortunately, in this market, they forcefully find the buyers and they forcefully find the sellers, right? This is through stop hunting. Like, let's say, for example, look at what happened here above these highs. Look at what happened here. Boom, right? That again is what we call a liquidity sweep. Okay, so these things you will get to understand quite clearly when we start really going through taking some deep dives into this thing. Okay, so that is a liquidity sweep up there on Bitcoin. It did it there, and then we have a liquidity sweep right here as well. Okay, just beneath these lows, that was a liquidity sweep. Does it happen all the time? No, not necessarily, but we still need to be aware of it. Look right here. This right here, that was a liquidity sweep as well. Okay, below these lows. Okay, so somebody would have had their stop losses below there, and somebody would have taken you out, and then the market moved up in the direction. So you've got to be really, really aware of that when you're trading, or else if you're not, you'll get totally frustrated. You'll think, oh, this market is rigged. The brokers trying to stop me out. You'll get really frustrated if you don't understand this, right? So that was one. Two, if I were to go and switch on, let me switch on this. Yeah, I want to put too much on the chat. All right, I need to clear something off. Let me just clear some things off here. right? Number two is that we actually have a zone of what we call supply and demand, right? I've got a little tool here that actually marks off these zones for me. So I could clearly see it when I switch my chart on. So once I see I've got the supply and demand zone here, I've got potential liquidity sweep there. I was like, right, boom, right here is where I want to enter this trade. And what I want to do, I'm literally just trading from one supply and demand zone to the next. That's it. As simple as that. And all I just did is divide it into three. Entry, take profit target one, take profit target two. I could use my Fibonacci to divide it if I want to. So I've got my entry here. I've got my ultimate take profit target here. Just go from entry to take profit target, and I could use the Fibonacci tool to set my take profit targets if I want. But is actually quite straightforward. Is not that complicated. Okay, and there you have it. That's the trade setup. What are you going to do when you have the trade set up like this? Risk 1% of your account, right? If you have a little bit more confidence in these types of trade setups, maybe you risk a little bit more, but I wouldn't really say risk more than like 2% unless you have some sort of news that nobody else has. Like Uncle Donald will give you a call and say, hey, I'm going to be invading Iran in a minute, right? If Donald Trump calls you and says that, then you know, load up, right? Put your house and land and everything else on that trade. But if you don't have that inside information, then just risk 1% of your account, right? And that's how we flowed with that Bitcoin trade. The other trade that I took today was gold and US 30. Let's go to US 30, for example, right? And again, US 30 was a beautiful trade setup. Entry was again on point. Look at the entry on that thing. And again, you see, I've got my zone marked off here, my supply and demand zone. And guess what? Trading right back up to the next zone. Really straightforward. Right? Price came back into my zone, and then it's going to be pushing up. Nice and simple. It hit take profit target 3. I could have put a 4th take profit target here at the supply and demand zone up here, right? So yeah, so up here would be supply, down here would be demand, right? And as you could see, we still have it created another demand zone. So this is actually a continuation to the upside is what I'm getting from this scenario, right? Continuation to the upside. If you missed it, we'll just have to wait for a little bit of a pullback. We'll see what tomorrow brings, right? But again, beautiful trade on that US 30. That is over 750 points and going, right? And then last but not least, one of our favorites. If you love gold, just drop some fire emojis in the chat. If you love it as much as I do. If you love gold, just drop some fire emojis in the chat. People, don't be quiet, man. Don't be quiet. Do not be shy and die. There you go. Exactly. Right. Let's see what gold had to offer today. Gold was just beautiful. Look at that thing, man. Look at that thing. Again, the zone was marked off. Got it. Trading from zone to zone. I'm expecting it to hit my take profit target too here. I did put an extended take profit target, but first take profit target, that was over 840 pips. And then this one, at the moment where price is, it's over 1,200 pips. So if we calculate how many pips that is in one day, it's over 1,800 and something pips in one day. And we weren't scalping. We only took 3 trades, right? I don't scalp at all. My scalping day is over. Like way. I only literally look for the best trades of the day. I'm looking for the best trade setup of the day. If there's nothing, and just leave it alone. Right? If there's nothing, I just leave it alone. One of the best trading decisions that you could take is doing absolutely nothing, because it saves your account for a good trading opportunity. You don't want to have a lot of trades. You just want to have good quality trades, right? You want to have quality over quantity. And what happens is when you start trading too much and you lose a little bit here, lose a little bit there, and it dwindles your account, when an actual good opportunity shows up, you don't have enough capital to take the opportunity. And we don't want that to happen, right? So we have to be very, very patient and wait for the right opportunities to present themselves, right? And you're going to learn what the right opportunities are. You're going to learn a strategy that I call the 1-2 and 1-2-3. It's that simple. The 1-2 and 1-2-3. That's the strategy that I'm going to teach you on the 18th, so you don't want to miss it. If you miss it, then I'll see. All right? So, with that said, we're going to continue rocking. Look out tomorrow in the chat. I may send something, so keep your eyes open, right? Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet. And for those of you who looked at the trade, one day you'll be brave enough. Yeah. I hope that day is tomorrow, right? I hope that day is tomorrow, right? So with that said, I'm gonna hand this over to Jay, and we're gonna wrap it up hopefully for 9 o'clock. Thank you all so much.
Guys, drop a number 777 in the chat for Coach BG.
Coach BG.
Listen, this is value at its best.
Next level, man.
And you see, when I said simplicity, this is where I learned this. Look, I'm going to show you something right now, because there's a couple of people here that know I used to do the calls before and how I trade, right? So let me show you. I want to give you a major key right now. Okay, let me just share my screen for 2 seconds. I'm going to give you a major key right now. And I'm showing you this because this is your shortcut to success in this trading industry, right? This is your shortcut to success in this trading industry. So let me just do this real quick. And then I want to go into a little bit of psychology as well in regards to trading. Now, remember what Balé said. Remember what he said, right? Now I'm going to show you something. What do you see here? What do you see here? Does it not look like I have copied him?
Does
it not look like I have copied his blueprint? Zone to zone, liquidity sweep, everything. Guys, this is one industry, and there's a reason why I'm sharing this with you, is because this is not like high school. This is not like uni, where they say to you, don't copy the other person's exams, or don't copy that person. You got to sit here by yourself and do it by yourself. Guys, this industry, this community, the wealth makers, we are promoting copying. We are promoting copying. Your job when you first join this community is to become the best copycat possible. Why? Because you don't have the knowledge yet. You don't have the basics yet. You don't have the foundation yet. You want to start to come in and start to say, you know what? Who am I going to follow? Who am I going to listen to so that I can get to that level? And the only way you're going to be able to do that from a shortcut perspective is to listen to the people that are actually teaching you these strategies. Okay? I've just shown you something that Balé is just showing you as well. There's a reason for this, guys. Because I used to watch him on the live sessions. And I realized that his style of trading also suited me. Why? Because it was simple. There were other educators on that platform. In fact, I think at one point there was probably about 60 something educators on that platform. You could have chose anybody. But guys, you gotta get on these calls and you gotta get in person to these events, and then you gotta start to listen to people that are making sense, people that have the success that you desire, and just copy them. Copy them. In fact, you should be writing this down. Just copy them. Okay? So look, I want to just finish off here. I got maybe a few, about 7 minutes. I want to just dive into one of my favorite topics, which is the psychology of trading. For those who attend the calls when I'm on the call, you know, the majority of the time, at least 90% of my calls are not even about the result. They're not even about the action. It is really about the psychology and how to get to where you need to get to. I remember having this phone call with a guy that keeps prolonging to get started. So let me give you a little bit of a narrative around this. You can't achieve anything in this industry if you don't get started. Okay. Somewhat the reason why you may not get started is because you're afraid. Okay. You're afraid of maybe the outcome. You're afraid of maybe this might not work for me. You're afraid of, do I have the confidence to do this? Some people are even afraid that they're going to be so good at it, they don't even know what they're going to be able to do with the money, right? But ultimately, if you do not get started, nothing happens. Absolutely zero happens. In fact, if you don't get started, you're actually in the minus. You're not even at the starting point. You're not even at zero. You're in the minus. I'm going to tell you why you're in the minus. Because everybody else has already started. The race has been ran already. So you're in the minus. So the reason why I'm linking this to psychology is because it's your attitude about how you see what's happening in front of you that's going to determine whether you get started. Now, when you get started, okay, there are a few things that I believe you should do. One is start to understand what Forex actually is. Okay? Start to really look at this as a business that can change your life, not as a hobby. Okay? The reason why I'm saying that to you, because in the beginning, yeah, copy and paste is absolutely fine. It shows you, it gets confidence, it allows you to build your capital and so on. But at some point, you really want to understand what the Forex industry is. You know, how much does the Forex industry turn? What countries have the most volume liquidity? What is this about a broker? What is that about a broker? You really want to divulge and start asking these types of questions. Now, remember, guys, the reason why you have the edge opposed to somebody that's just sitting by themselves in a dark room on YouTube watching 50 different videos with 50 different people that have 50 different rented Lamborghinis, all of that sort of stuff, and they're confused. They ain't got a clue what's going on. Today they're using Fibonacci, tomorrow they're using stochastic. Today they're using stochastic, then tomorrow they're using RSI, and then they're using the Bollinger Band, then they're using this, then they're using that. They ain't got a clue. Their journey is strung out so long of losing accounts that it's a joke. Something that you have here, you have an edge. And I'm going to tell you what that edge is. You have 3 gentlemen on this call right now that have practiced not only the skill set, but also the psychology of trading. We have rehearsed the psychology of trading, which allows us to jump onto calls to teach you. Okay. Now, I could go into many different topics on psychology, but I'm really conscious of the time. So I'm kind of giving you an overview right now. Okay. We can send you a few YouTube stuff that we've done that was purposely specific to psychology and different areas of trading, what you need and what you don't need, and so on and so on. But I want you to really, really, really take this opportunity now to lock in and really understand what this industry is really about. I'm telling you now, it will change your life, not just from a monetary perspective, but also from an outlook in terms of how you see things, how you approach things. And guys, I will tell you this now, how people treat you when you go somewhere and you have money is very different to when you go somewhere when you don't have money, unfortunately. Okay. Now, I know that might sound a bit arrogant, but I will tell you this now. I have lived on both sides of the spectrum. Okay. And I know which side I prefer. It's the money side. Derek's smiling because he knows what I'm talking about here. We prefer the money side. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to tell you this now. Get yourself onto the money side, but bring your brain with it. Okay. Allow yourself to divulge into this industry in such a way where you say to yourself, okay, do you know what? This is it. This is my thing. This is what I'm going to use to make sure that I win in the markets every single day. Guys, we are making thousands a day. We are making thousands a day. Today I've done 2K and today I've done 2K. I can tell you now how many trades I took. Right now I'm on another gold trade. It's at 63 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I took 6 trades because I'm on 2K. And I've done that within probably an hour. That's it, guys. Do you understand? We could do this every day. We can go M for M every day. But guys, the only reason why we're allowed to do this, and I use the word allowed, because there is a certain mindset that comes with it that you have to develop, that you have to train to be able to do this. Because these days are going to come with things like what's called drawdown. They're going to come with some losses. They're going to come with all of these types of things. But do you know what keeps you going? I'm going to tell you what keeps you going. Outside of your goals, what keeps you going? The psychology that you have and you've developed in your mind to know that this is a part of the journey. This, when I lose a trade, whether I blow an account, whatever the case is, this is a part of the journey. And you would only realize that when you train yourself in this industry. So guys, look, I want to overcook this. I'm looking at the time consciously now because I really want to go in. I ain't gonna lie. I really want to go in, but we've got to be conscious of time. So guys, look, this is what I would say. I'm gonna leave you with 3 things. You know, I like to leave you with something. I'm gonna leave you with 3 things. The first thing is this. Find a buddy to trade with. Do not do this by yourself. Find a buddy to trade with. Okay? Do not do this by yourself. Okay? Second thing, make sure your environment is set up for trading. When I say your environment, you need to have your goals here present with you to remind you why you're doing what you're doing. I'm a clear desk sort of person. I like a clear desk. I like to come in with a light clothing. Make sure you are set up for success when you are trading. Relax. Don't be frantic. Okay? Relax and don't be frantic. And the third thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave you with, make sure you attend the event because it's going to change your life. Derek, I'm going to hand it back to you, bro.
Could I interject for a minute?
100%.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Gems upon gems. Now, who here wants to fire their boss? If you want to fire your boss, just drop a 1 in the chat. If you want to fire your boss, just drop a 1 in the chat. You know what? Really? I personally think you guys are heartless, you know? And you know why I say that? The goal shouldn't be to fire your boss. The goal should be to hire your boss. Okay? Because He's giving you a job. Do unto others as you like to do unto you, man. You know what I mean? The goal should be to hire your boss.
You know what? That's a flex, you know. That's a flex.
Right?
Yeah.
I used to call my old bosses. I used to call Ross. I used to call Ross, man, because Ross laughed at me when I told him I was leaving that job in 2017, and I walked in there. He goes to me, "Are you sure, mate?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're gonna go do that phone thing," and so it's funny because 6 months after that conversation, I went to Vegas, and I'm posting this that. He goes, "You're in Vegas from the phone thing." I said, "Yeah, from the phone thing." So we haven't spoken since then. He blue ticked me. I sent him a message a few months after that. I said, "Hey, bro, I'm flying out to Miami as well because the same year, remember we had the Miami convention." I said, "You going to Miami, mate? Are you sure? You doing this full time?" And after that, I said yes, and then he just blue ticked me. So maybe we should call back our old bosses, man, and have a
Yeah, man.
because
Hire
now
your
it's
boss.
different
Hire
now.
your boss.
Now it's different now. So we got to call them. Jay, cool. Balé, let's make a group chat with one of our old bosses, right?
For sure. So I actually found the thing I was actually looking for earlier on.
Yes.
Right? So there are really 6 points to really being successful, not only in trading, but it's actually in every aspect of life, right? The number one is wisdom. We've got to start there, right? Wisdom is the principal thing,
Yeah.
right? Solomon didn't ask for money. He asked for wisdom. And he ended up being one of the wealthiest men in the world, right? Wisdom unlocks the doors for wealth to walk through. Okay. Number two, you need to have vision, right? Without a vision, people get lost, right? Goals will help you, but vision is divine. Okay. So ask God for purpose and a clear fuel to focus your faith. Now, one thing when it comes to success, right? People are only successful because they have a reason to be. Make sure you have a reason to be successful. Okay. Number three, be around the right people. Okay. Destiny is often walking through with relationships, and God ordained connections will give you more breakthrough than you could ever ask for. Okay. So make sure that you're around the right people. Number four, strategy, right? David never entered the battlefield without a battle plan. Noah didn't build the ark without a blueprint. So we always have to have strategy in our approach, in anything we're doing, trading and anything else. Discipline, right? Discipline, this is so key, right? Joseph waited in prison before he got the palace, right? Because sometimes it may look very, very gloomy and it may seem like all hope is gone. But blessings come when you are very, very disciplined in everything that you're handling, right? You got to be disciplined in the small things, and then you'll get blessed with the big things. Okay? So be very disciplined. And number six is you need to have the courage to actually do something. There's no point having all this information and you just sitting and doing absolutely nothing. You need to have the courage. You need to be bold in what you're doing. So if you think that, like, humility is a virtue, but timidity is a sickness. All right? I'll repeat that again. Humility is a virtue, but timidity is a sickness. And here's the difference between humility and timidity. Timidity is forgetting where your strength comes from, and humility is remembering where your strength comes from. All right? And with that said, we're going to wrap it up.
But that's a mic drop right there. I mean, you guys have just burned the mic, destroyed the mic. That is amazing. I hope you guys took notes. I definitely got notes right here. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you guys. We're back on live again on Sunday, 8 p.m. We have some more gems for all of you. Absolutely incredible, guys. Get your tickets for the event, because we'll be there in person with even more value. Let's go, let's win, and we'll see you guys at the beaches and the banks. Take care, guys. Good night.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Take care.
See you guys soon. All right, bye.